joining me today. If you've never done yoga before, I hope you enjoyed the session, the practice. My name is McDonald and I am a nurse at the Eden Hope Hospital and I'm also a yoga instructor. So today we're going on a little journey called Old McDonald's Farm. And we're going to explore Old McDonald's Farm and the farm animals on it. But first of all, we start our yoga practice each time with a very special hand pose. So what we're going to do, if you find yourself seated down on the floor, bring your hands together, fingertips together and palms together in front of your chest. Join your thumbs together and put them at your heart center in the middle of your chest. And that's our special hand password. The other thing we're going to do is start with a special word. We always start and finish our yoga practice with the word namaste. And namaste is our special way of greeting each other and loving each other. So all together, let's pop our hands at our heart center and say namaste. Well done. Okay, we're going to explore Old McDonald's Farm today. So we're starting off with Farmer McDonald and he's starting in bed in the morning. So let's all together find ourselves laying on our back, in bed, on the floor, hands and legs by your side. And Farmer McDonald is waking up in the morning, stretching his arms over his head. So everybody take their arms over their head and have a big stretch. And a big sigh. So a big deep breath in. And stretching and waking up, ready to start the day. Farmer McDonald's got a busy day, so he needs to get lots of oxygen into his body, ready to go. So place your hands on your belly, take a big deep breath in and see if you can expand your belly like a big balloon. And then breathe out. Again, see if you can make the balloon even bigger, the belly even bigger. Breathe in. And breathe out. Does everybody know Old MacDonald had a farm song? If you listen carefully, you might just hear it playing in the background. One more big deep breath. And breathe out. Good stuff. One more stretch, arms above our head. And then we're going to come all the way up into standing. Hopping out of bed and stretching our arms up overhead. Oh, that's a lovely big stretch. And maybe we'll just take a stretch to the side. So grab one hand and pull it over to one side. Getting ready for our big day on the farm. And then we're going to stretch to the other side. And back to the middle. Bring our hands down. Farmer McDonald's walking outside, downstairs and into the kitchen. Sees his wife and his kids and gives them a big hug. So circle your arms around, give a big hug, a little squeeze and a twist from side to side, hugging our family before we start the day. Lovely. All right, Farmer McDonald has his breakfast and then decides he better go and start the day. So he walks outside, has a look. The weather is very important to a farmer, so he's looking around, sees what he can see. Oh, in the distance he can see a rainbow. So let's all make a rainbow shape over our head, swinging our arms over the top. Lovely big rainbow. To make his farm successful, the farmer thinks that nature is very important. So every morning before he goes and checks his crops and his animals, he says thank you to the sun. We call it salute to the sun. So we're going to stand tall. We're going to take our arms up overhead Look up at that beautiful big sun and then bend forward and thank the earth for growing our crops. Circle up again, salute up to the sun, and the sun gives us warmth down into our earth so that our crops and our grasses can grow on the farm. One more, circle up and bending forward, thank the earth. Hang over and see if you can touch the earth near your feet. See if you can make your hands reach. You might have to bend your feet just a little bit. See if you can touch the earth. And then circle the arms up again. Good job. One of the crops that the farmer has growing on his property is what are called sunflowers. Does anyone know what a sunflower looks like? A beautiful big yellow flower. We're going to make a sunflower in our yoga pose. So take your legs wide, point your toes out, and bring your hands up, out by your shoulders, and then bend your knees. And we've got a big, strong sunflower. Big, happy, yellow face. And then we're going to thank the earth for growing the sunflower. So we're going to bend forward and circle our arms down and sweep them up again into our sunflower. Let's go again. Down we bend, sweep the arms down, come up into our sunflower. And then one more. Circle our arms down, bend our knees and come back up into our big happy sunflower. Can I see some big smiles out there for our sunflower? Good job. Okay. Well, we've checked the sunflower crop, now it's time to go and check the animals on the farm. Wonder how many animals we can find on Farmer McDonald's farm. Let's see. What the farmer needs first is his dog. So let's go and see if we can find a dog. Bring your arms overhead, lean forward and walk your hands out until you make what we call a down dog pose. So here's our dog pose. Can anyone make a sound of a dog? Others, is there any barking out there? Let's all go together and see if we can woof, 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 woof. All together, come on. Woof, 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 woof. What does the dog do? Wags his tail when he sees the farmer because he knows he's going for a walk on the farm. So let's all wag our tail. Give it a wag. There we go. The farmer suddenly gets a little nip at his heels. Ooh, up and down on the heels. And what does he see? His little puppy dog has joined him. Dropping our elbows down to the mat, we've got a little puppy. What noises do puppies make? Is it woof woof or is it woof 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 woof? See if you can make some puppy noises at home. Very good. Okay, off they go. Walk the feet. The dog and the farmer are walking around the farm. Get to the paddock and what do they see? Come up onto all fours. They see their sheep. What does the sheep say? Baa, baa. Everybody, can you make a baa noise? Have you got some sheep that you can see? Up on our toes again. The dog starts barking at the sheep. Woof, 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 woof. Down onto the knees, the sheep start running. Your sheep running really fast. All of a sudden, the sheep get to the ramp. Can you make a big strong ramp up on your toes? Straight arms. And the sheep run up the ramp, running up the back. Bah, bah, bah. Are your sheep running up your back? Running up your back into the truck to be loaded to take to market. Or maybe they're going to be shorn. Has anyone seen a sheep being shorn before? Down come the knees, off the sheep run, bah, bah, bah. Up on your toes, horse bottom in the air, into down dog. Woof, 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 woof. It's busy on the farm today. Coming down onto our knees again. The farmer walks around the farm a little bit more until he gets to the paddock that have his cows in it. Now to make a cow pose, we're going to sink our belly and look up and make the sound of the cow. Who knows what a cow says? That's right, moo, moo. So drop your belly and lift your chest, lift your head, moo, moo. How are you going with your cow noise? Ah, very good. Let's come all the way down onto our tummy. Lift up on our hands into what we call upward dog and start barking again, trying to chase the cows. Woof, 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 woof. Have we got some good woofs out there? Back up into our cow pose. Let's have some last big moos. Drop the belly, moo, moo. Is anyone mooing with you? Have you got some brothers and sisters or mum and dad doing your yoga with you today? Or are you going to tell them all about it later? Okay, come up into your doggy pose. Up we come, wag your tail. Have a drink at the trough. Wag your tail again. Maybe even lift a leg. Maybe your dog's only got 3 legs. Lift one leg up very high, up behind you. Place that leg down and lift the other leg up. Doggy exercise. And then put that foot down and walk your feet all the way up to your hands and then come up to standing. Oh, what a busy day the farmer has had today. Let's take a big step forward and lean into our front leg and have a look around and make sure that we've collected all the sheep. This is what we call a warrior pose. The farmer's got his good, long, strong legs out, seeing if he's got all the sheep. Bringing both arms out, one in front and one behind, the farmer points in the direction of where he wants his dog to go. There, over there. That's where I want my cows to go. And then he brings his hands down. He thinks he's done a good job with his cows, so it might be time to go home and have some lunch. Off he goes, gets back to his house. I think he might need a seat at the table, so down onto the mat we go. Let's all have a sit on our chair. Don't fall off. Put your feet together in front of you and your knees apart. Make a diamond shape and just have a little rest at lunchtime. We've had a busy morning on the farm, haven't we? We've got our sheep loaded and we've checked our cows. We've had our dogs and our puppy come with us. Oh, it's been very busy. Time for a little bit of quiet. We'll just shut our eyes down just for a moment. Farmer feels a little bit more rested now and has to go and check the rest of his animals on the farm. Can you think of what other animals there might be on the farm? That's right, there's some pigs. So the farmer thinks I better go and check my pigs. Up he gets, up you all get. Goes outside, opens the door. Uh-oh, it's raining. Can we make some raindrops with our arms? I'd better put on my rubber boots, he says. So standing on one leg, he grabs his rubber boot, lifts his foot up and sees if he can balance and pull on his rubber boot. Oh, can you pull on your rubber boot? I've got one on. Put that foot down. I've got to put my other rubber boot on. Lifting up my leg. Put the foot out in front of you and try and put on your other rubber boot. Takes a bit of balance. I'm wobbling a bit. Can you get your rubber boots on? Have you got them on? Good job. All right, let's go outside and see if we can find a tree to shelter under. I can see a tree. Let's make a tree. Bring one foot up. Rest it inside your other leg. Can you do that? Have a try. Stand on one leg. Bring the other foot right up high on your leg. Have a look at the shape I'm making. And then I'm going to make some big branches to shelter the farmer from the rain. See how you go and make your tree. Okay, down come the branches. I'm going to see if I can make a tree on my other leg. So standing on my other leg, see how I go this time. Bring that foot up. Mind you, it won't go that high on this side. I'm going to put it a bit lower. Oh, I've got the wobbles. The wind must be blowing my tree around. Ooh, I've got some big branches with some big leaves on the end of my branches. Let's have a go. Oh, good job. Okay, bring your arms down. All right. Oh, what was that? I think I saw an eagle fly past. Would you like to make an eagle? Eagles are even trickier to make than trees. Bring your knee up in the air and wrap it around your other leg. And then wrap your arm under your other arm and see if you can wrap yourself up like an eagle. Whoa, wobbly, wobbly. This is the eagle pose. And release. Okay, time for the farm to go and check on those pigs. Off he goes. Arms up in the air, bends forward, walks out, comes down onto his knees, looks around, and he sees the pigs. Now, a pig is going to lift his knees off the floor and be on his toes and hands. So have a look at my pig here. Got my knees off the ground, I'm balancing on my toes and my hands, and my pig goes oink, oink here and an oink, oink there, here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink, oink. Oh, old McDonald found his pigs. E-I-E-I-O. Have you got a pig? Have you made a pig shape? With a big snout? And release the hands down. Oh, good job. Farmer thinks the pigs are doing okay. I think it's time I went home and checked my chooks. He's walking home, and all of a sudden, lowering ourselves down on our belly, there's a sound. Can you come down on your belly, lift up on your hands, and hiss? What do you think it is? That's right, it's a snake. Old McDonald, he's very scared of snakes, so he pushes up, grabs his dog, come up into your dog position, woof, 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 comes up and runs all the way back to the house. Up you come, run back to the house. Oh, goodness gracious, I hope that snake goes away, he says. But because we don't want that snake getting in and eating our chooks. Just before he goes back to the house, Farmer McDonald has to check his chooks. Can we take our feet wide and come down into a squat like a chook? What does a chook say? Cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there. Can you make a chook sound? Cluck, 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 cluck. What sort of chooks have we got at home? Have we got chooks that can walk around? I think the chooks are okay. Farmer McDonald feeds the chooks and decides it's time to come up and go home. What a busy day on the farm it's been. He's seen his sheep, his cows, his pigs, his dogs, his chooks, and he's even seen a snake today. He is exhausted. He's going to go home and have a little rest before dinner time. Let's all take ourselves down for a little rest. Into what we call Shavasana. We finish our yoga practice all the time with Shavasana so that we become very rested. So everybody lay down, rest their hands and their feet on the floor. See if you can melt yourself like a block of chocolate on the floor. All soggy and soft and heavy. Let's try and fill up that belly like a balloon again. What a wonderful day. The farmer's seeing his sunflower crop is growing. His animals are all doing very well, as long as the snakehead goes away. He's a happy man. Let's take 2 more deep breaths here. Fill up our bellies with lovely oxygen. Good job. Okay, let's come back up to sitting. Cross our legs again. Do you remember at the beginning of our yoga practice today we had a special hand password and a special word to start and finish our practice? Well, we're going to finish now. We've had our day at the farm. We're going to put our hands in that special position, rested against our heart, and all together we're going to say our special password, Namaste, to finish our practice. Namaste, everyone. Hope you enjoyed your yoga today. Old McDonald had a farm, and hope to see you again one day. Goodbye.